What is up, everybody? Welcome back to DreamHack Bucharest 2014, day number 1. I'm Frodan. I'm joined by Amaz and PTZ, who's been hosting and working so hard behind the scenes. If you're not casting, you're like fixing the stream and like grabbing players and animating the games.
Yeah, we seem to have a sound problem. I hope it's better for you guys now.
Should be.
Because we tried to restart the stream, maybe fix it, work a bit on the soundboards.
Alright.
Maybe just a chord that's not in the right place, but I hope you can hear us right now, and we're gonna start our first game in the round of 32, and it's gonna be GAARA, who was the first guy we streamed early in the morning. It seems like so long ago at 10:15.
It was actually a long time ago. You're right.
Was
10 hours ago.
Time passes. Time flies when you're having fun and watching Hearthstone.
We still got plenty more today to go. We're going all the way to, what is the semifinals?
Yeah,
that's the plan.
We're gonna have, after GAARA, we're gonna have Amaz playing Silviu, another Romanian hopeful, and then we're gonna be right into the round of 16, I guess, and we'll pick the best game for you guys.
And we're accelerating just like that. Now, Amaz, you actually got to buy the second round, correct?
Yeah, he had to go. My opponent had to go because of family issues, so yeah,
okay.
I guess it's
So you're still waiting for your next round opponent?
Pretty lucky.
pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
So
you're just tearing up the competition here in Romania, scaring them off.
Well, I don't know if it's scaring or anything.
I think he just realized that he can't overcome the Amaz RNG, right? Their sniper racks.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're ready to go into the first game, and I'm gonna do the switcheroo with Crip. It seems to be pointing towards that. So just before I say that, a little bit about TOONKING, our Romanian guy. I just asked him. He said he started playing a month ago, so we can expect something pretty funny out of him. So apparently he either made some really nice decks, or he was pretty lucky, or his opponents, I don't know, probably also not very experienced. But I'm really curious to see how a guy that just started playing 1 month ago can fare against a heavy hitter like GAARA. Okay, this is your cue, Mr. OJ.
All right, welcome back, DJ on the keyboard pad.
Nice eyebrow, bro.
He's
all right, bro. I gave you an exclusive first photo of the broken eyebrow.
Yeah, he actually did. You can post it on Twitter soon.
Which Twitter is that?
Oh, ouch.
No, come on.
Oh, it's Amaz HS.
There you go.
Amaz HS.
There you go.
I was like, trolling me.
What?
All right, so our series that we're going to be casting is GAARA vs TOONKING. They actually have loaded it up, and we have our first match already coming up. It's Priest versus Druid.
Okay.
Now, GAARA has had experience playing Priests before from Romania.
GAARA was our opening game. We actually thought he played very well.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a very good starting hand for the Priest.
Yeah, actually, it's perfect. We have Amaz.
Oh, yeah. I'm always a big fan of Priest. Have to cheer for the Priest.
What do you think of the Silence card? I know you like Priest, but have you liked that card?
Well, actually, I did not like this card for a long time, and for the past 2 weeks, a lot of other Priest players changed my mind. So, yeah, it's good to use it in the Watcher, but otherwise you don't use it.
Though the concept is that it's kind of like an innervated Yeti. It's 2 cards for a 4/5. And, well, you know what? It can actually even be more beneficial than a Yeti, because you can surprise your opponents with it.
Yeah, my first thought about the Silence card was that it's a deck card, It could have been something else with board control or whatnot. But, usually Priest, you have such a big hand anyways that Silence is actually pretty good.
Yeah. And it also sometimes synergizes with cards like Pyromancer as well. So, it does have its flexible uses, but there are scenarios where you sometimes can't use it at all.
Yep.
All right. Now, how reliable do you feel?
How scared are you right now as the Druid when you get a coined Watcher on you?
Well, coin Watcher usually means there's a way to activate it some kind on turn 2.
Well, yeah, it might be a Sun Fury. You never know.
Right.
But now, he's going to get the bad news.
Yeah, the bad news that it's not actually a Silence.
Do you Silence just heal yourself here? I feel like you want the surprise with a double Cleric.
To get maximum draws.
Yeah.
Well, you can't double Cleric and draw 2 cards next turn. I don't think that's possible. So I think you should just silence it right now and put on some hurt.
Yeah, but do you heal yourself or Cleric? That's kind of what I was wondering. I guess you Cleric. Cleric?
He's just doing 1 Cleric. That's interesting.
Well, I guess the idea is just putting more threats on the board. like Priest just works better with just building the board presence. So.
I guess so.
And don't forget, if anybody who might have not caught the beginning of the tournament, GAARA does tend to play this ramp druid that he feels pretty comfortable, and he made some good plays in the first series. And Amaz, as the resident Priest player, how do you feel like, from what you know about Priest and kind of like the Watcher style silence, how does he feel like it stacks up against ramp druid? Can he keep up with it late game?
Yeah, actually can keep up really well. I mean, Priest is like the king of like late game anyways. But yeah, with the early threats of silenced Watchers, they can really pull ahead, like especially now, where the druid does not have his Innovate Yeti. When you have an Innovate Yeti, you really pull ahead.
And I feel like Thought Steal is just so incredibly good against Ramp Druid because there's so many targets worth stealing from your opponent.
It's crazy. Even like not a Ramp Druid, like a normal Druid, Thought Steal just works wonders. Like, I cannot think of a single card where you don't want to Thought Steal into your hand. Right?
What do you think about a Cleric heal, and then next turn like Holy Smiting your own guy?
Oh, usually don't do that. I mean, it's a Holy Smite.
I don't know if the meta is ready for that exactly, Crip, but, you know, somewhere maybe down the line. Holy Smite is just a little bit too valuable in my opinion.
Okay. Is that card reserved for face, usually?
Well, yeah.
On turn
if
one.
you're Dennis, yeah, of course. But I mean, that Watcher is already doing so much damage.
Oh, excellent.
It's just, it did 12 damage already, like including this turn, of course.
TOONKING is actually so comfortable that he's out of frame with a shot.
Wow.
Maybe that makes him so uncomfortable. He doesn't want to be seen, you know?
Could be a possibility.
I think here you Watcher and you shield just the one Watcher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I think there's no reason to actually taunt up the second Druid or the second Watcher here.
Yeah. And Ramp Druids usually play Black Knight. I mean, they play Mark the Wild and Black Knight usually, right? For the combo. So I mean,
you're asking for it to
get
get hit.
He's thinking a lot here. Do you think he's thinking about the Holy Smite your own Watcher play?
Oh, I guess. Oh.
I mean, that's the only other play. So
Maybe.
Why would he be thinking so much?
I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, I certainly would not smite for a bonus card like you just.
Oh man! Oh man! Instead of taunting up the Watcher, he taunts up the two other targets.
Yeah, I would have even preferred the taunting up only the Cleric, so that the Watcher, you know, just keeps on running it in. But not a big fan of the play.
Well, GAARA has Starfall to perfectly answer it, so even if he didn't taunt it, nothing actually was affected by it.
That's okay, I guess.
But you know, he actually used 2 ways to activate his Watchers already, so now he doesn't actually have a way to activate it.
Right. So yeah, I mean, the Priest, TOONKING right now, his cards are not really exciting, so he might just do the crypt play here.
Oh no.
I mean, there's no turn 6 and turn 7 like visible right now. I mean, it's really hard. I mean, you're gonna draw like Holy Fires, Holy Novas.
Oh.
Those are pretty dead as well.
Yeah, and I guess you know, having a Cleric also in your hand is just good for that card and you don't need to actually play it out, especially if you have 1 on the board.
Yeah.
I don't think that 1 damage is worth versus giving yourself more options.
Exactly. It might just be an Arcane Intellect down the line.
So, you know, despite GAARA being at 16 health, do you feel like he should have anything to worry?
Well, it really depends on the... Whoa!
Oh, man!
Oh, man! That just brings back
this
memories.
Guy paid for packs in the beta.
Yes, he did. No, it brings back memories of my NESL King of the Hill.
That's true. How can he be playing for a month if he has that?
Yeah, wait! Something's fishy about this story.
Oh, yeah, hey!
What a troll!
Wow, he's definitely trying to throw off his opponents.
That's a good story to tell, actually.
And actually, yeah, I'd be surprised if he's playing for like a month and he's able to kind of play some of these mechanics and understand how Watcher's dynamic works.
I don't know if
he
fully does after the turn before this one.
Well, you know, he still managed to at least combo those 2 things together, the Silence and the Watcher.
Well, I mean, Gelbin's pretty good here. You only have 1 summon that you don't really want, and that's like the chicken thing. So, it's...
I guess not.
I mean, okay, you might get Repair Bot, which is bad too, because, you know, you're gonna definitely heal your opponent, right?
Right.
So, But then if you don't play that, then
Unless you
it's
play the
just-
Akanai with that, and
Oh
then
wow!
you just burn
Yeah,
him.
I mean, obviously
you
everyone's
drop
supposed to
the
try
light
that.
well.
Oh man!
Hit the inner fire.
And he got the. Oh, he did get the repair bot.
Oh.
That's quite annoying. I hope it. Yeah, he's hoping he heals the cat, right?
Oh
Oh wow! Okay, that's pretty good. But
It's too bad he doesn't have the cleric anymore.
Man, the Galvin and the priest deck. That's just crazy. I mean, if he thought steals a savage sword, then he's a genius. Right?
Right. He has the option to get rid of the torque easily by using BGH and stuff with it.
Yeah, with
It's actually pretty interesting that like a priest deck, which is usually relied on like very big creatures, is actually going toe to toe with like the heaviest of decks right now.
Well, I mean,
Well,
yeah,
Druid had no play from 1
Yeah.
to
Yeah,
5.
1 to 5, yeah.
He had
I had a-
Starfall.
pretty bad. Starhander.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
this
like
is
pushing
fair.
out BGH.
Innervate.
here.
Oh, BGH?
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
BGH is
I like
fair.
this. Just again, Priest wants minions on the board to work with, and taking it out is good.
Oh man.
Wait, you didn't.
Yeah, he's
He
not
did-
attacking because it
yeah,
wants
yeah,
his
repair
stuff
bot,
healed.
huh? Okay.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Man. If he draws an Arcana here, it'll be sick. I guess you have to Holy Smite, huh?
Not your own minion though.
Well, the thing is, if he puts the cleric down and heals the cat, he gets a draw here. Which is weird.
That is true.
Or he can
He can also smite his own.
Kill. the cat with the Holy Smite.
But then it will definitely heal the druid, so that's the problem. You don't want to heal him for 6.
Man, that repair bot.
It's kind of awkward here, huh?
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah, I guess you really do have to. I have no idea. That repair bot is kind of backfiring a little bit here.
I mean, do you smite the BGH instead, and then hope
Well, yeah,
that
if
it
it's-
heals the cat?
Well, you have no form of attack here, right? So you have to smite the BGH, and I guess you drop the cleric,
Mhm.
then hope you draw a card out at least, right?
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
See what it is.
Oh wow,
And he
very
draws a
nice.
card.
That's pretty nice. I mean,
Is
it could
that
have
really
been
like the
worse.
best way that could have gone? It
I-
still looks terrible.
Can you-
Yeah, I mean, he could have
Did you think
smited
of an
himself,
alternative?
but well, he could
I
have
mean,
smited the
he
cleric.
also
as
could have
well,
used.
But
yeah.
no, I don't think that was the best play, huh?
He could have just not done anything and
Mhm.
holy fired, I guess, and holy smited, but that's not preferable at all.
Now the funny thing is, GAARA actually wants to keep the repair bot around.
Yep.
So like they're both trying to play around that one minion, which is pretty funny.
He has the Mark of the Wild Black Knight combo right now.
Yeah. You can always keep that in his back pocket.
Oh.
I guess this is where he's deciding that he's going for damage.
Mm-hmm. Well, he does have a Sonaris next turn, so that's really strong.
He might do Innervate Nourish here. Yep.
Ooh.
So yeah, here's where Priest really needs to draw something. A
Oh
Wicked
my.
Issue, yeah. Yep.
Very nice cards. Still doesn't have the drop
He
of
has
8.
so much damage right now with Mark of the Wild on a cat and then Faceless.
Yeah, he does.
He's got
actually. Wow.
16 creature damage.
And I'm not a huge fan of Alex Strauss on the Priest deck, really. I mean, usually you're not going to use it on yourself. And using on your opponent is, I mean, usually Priest, you drag to a late game anyways. That Alex Strauss, the effect is not that strong. It's not as strong as like other classes, which like, do spike damage or whatnot.
What about Dragon Priest?
Oh man, don't. No, Dragon Priest is just, it's just painful to play. It's really.
You don't like to talk or think about Dragon
Oh
Priest.
man.
Do you like dragons in general?
Yeah, I do, but as a Dragon Priest, that's 2 reds don't make a right or something like that.
Mm.
I think I follow you. He uses a holy fire, but putting the pyro out there, do you feel like that actually did anything? Considering
I don't
Druid
know.
has
I don't know why he
zero
had to
power?
put the pyro out there. He could have holy fired and then put the pyro out there with like 2
Mm.
health instead.
Yeah.
But
Mm.
I guess he knows that there's a turn 9 play or something. That's what I'm guessing. 'Cause
Okay.
this is looking really bad for the priest.
Yeah, GAARA has so much momentum on his side right now.
Yeah, so the pyro just died for nothing there, really.
Alright, well. Guess it's Ysera time where he has to answer the board.
No,
do
he
nothing.
has,
He has the Shadow Word Death for the
for the
Ancient
tree,
War.
right? Exactly. But you have to Ysera here. You always play minions before putting spells. Spells is just like stalling. Can't stall.
Yeah, and I think Ysera gives him
Oh,
some
wow.
of the best options to deal with things.
Yep. So basically, his turn is dead now.
Oh no, that is painful.
That is, yeah. I'm not a fan of that play. Ysera would have been pretty nice.
Yeah.
Like even if it gets, we know it's gonna get like, killed by Black Knight, and might get faceless even. But still, you just need to do something about this, because it's always gonna have those cards.
He's also prioritizing healing.
Okay, we're gonna have some fun here.
Wow.
Do we Cenarius and then, because it's protected next turn, do the Mark of the Wild Faceless on it? I kind of like Mark of the Wild Faceless on the charge though.
Yeah, me too.
That's 7 mana.
Yeah, he can actually still do it with, well, chooses to put on Sylvanas instead. And that's kind of why Ancient of War is good. You can bait out the Shadow Word Deaths before he actually puts out any
I guess he's doing
cards.
this because if Sylvanas does die, the problem is Sylvanas might get mind controlled. Then he can silence
that's true,
it.
Yeah. Oh, I guess yeah.
He can do silence black. No, he can't do Black Knight silence.
You
'cause
could
he won't
even
have taunt
copy it
anymore.
and then silence it.
Yeah, copy silence would be good. Yeah, he does have really good insurance. Oh, that's a nice draw.
Yeah, the Alkanai would have been nice with the repair bot.
It would have been superb with it. It would have been a death bot. Oh man.
No, that is
Shooting
true.
lasers everywhere.
I actually think Ysera is fine here because he can't kill off the Sylvanas. And if he can, it doesn't guarantee Ysera because he'd have to kill off the Watcher as well, which is not
Well,
going
yeah,
to.
the more delay he doesn't put the Ysera, the more inevitable.
I think
his
Ysera is
demise
the only play this turn.
Well, I thought Ysera was the only play last turn, but
Yeah.
apparently I was wrong.
I think it's even more so this turn though.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, especially if he gets cards like Dream and stuff. He
Right,
can just
exactly.
definitely just make Sylvanas latless.
like he could make the Sylvanas like 1 health with Alkanai right now, but I don't see a point. Like you're still very behind.
Yeah, I mean, if he if he wants to play super defensively, he can also drop the Alkanai and hero power the Druid of the Claw as well.
What does he get?
The Ysera
Whoa,
Awakens.
Awaken.
That's okay.
That's a
That's
game-changing
not bad.
card potentially.
It
It's
is.
not bad.
Well, what do you do here? GAARA has full mana. He still has an Innervate. He can do pretty much.
So many things to copy.
That's right. He can make his own Ysera. He can.
You could literally do anything you want,
Yeah.
really.
I think you make your own Sylvanas.
Yeah, another Sylvanas would be pretty nice.
I think you make your own Sylvanas and heal up.
Yeah, why not, right? I mean, you don't want to suddenly lose to like double Mind Blast or something.
Yeah. Well, I mean, with Ysera, your turns get even more explosive. Because you have that crazy value for low mana cost.
That is true.
Mhm.
I think I'd faceless that, heal up, and innervate the silence. Like here at innervate, heal touch myself.
Yeah, I would too.
There you go. Good.
Right. This is looking really, safe.
That board.
Soon to be gone.
Oh man.
He technically can clear board too.
He could clear board, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. But he would have to forfeit his Ysera too, along with his Alkanai, huh? He would just, take all my
No,
minions.
he just
No.
Alkanai Circle of Healing and Ysera Awakens.
Right, that's true. But you still give up the Ysera.
Yeah.
Yep. Ysera dies to circle heal and then hero ability. Because it takes 7 from Sylvanas.
Yeah,
Right.
that's right.
That's true, that's true. Oh yeah, you're right. So yeah, you have to put down
Full
the
board
Alkanai
clear.
and then heal the Ysera first and then smash. Do that and do that. Actually,
And then
no,
after
wait.
the
No,
board,
Sylvanas lives then.
Well, actually,
No, not Sylvanas.
Ysera.
Because the second Sylvanas dies to the circle heal,
Oh, you're
Right.
right.
it would take his Akanai.
right.
So he's gonna play
it's-
Ysera Awakens first,
Yeah.
and then
Yep.
Alkanai.
That makes sense.
All right. Yeah, you know, if this guy's only been playing for a month, I think he's playing pretty well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a long month.
So he actually did take Ysera.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's a
Oh,
mistake.
No, yeah.
Oh.
That's
That's
a
a
misplay.
mistake, yeah. But
Yeah.
he still has to take something. That's
Oh, no,
Oh
that's-
my
oh,
god.
That's where inexperience
You
shows.
hate to see that happen.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Rip in peace.
Mistakes
You
were
hate
made.
to
Hold
see
on,
that
I want to
happen.
see the full camera. Can we? Oh, so
Oh,
sad.
Mm.
Not happy.
But-
Oh no.
Well,
Yes.
the saving grace is.
Yes, that was a mistake.
no.
Oh, man.
Let's
Yeah,
let's
he-
cool off with some
Well,
water.
for anyone not watching the game,
Oh, the
he
game's
just
obviously over.
He just conceded.
Oh
so.
yeah. Just.
Oh, he had lethal on the board.
Oh, did he? I thought he conceded.
It
Oh,
it doesn't matter.
okay.
Yeah. But still, he was really far behind there. So
Mhm.
whatever. Just forget
Ooh.
about the game and do the next game. You might get tilted with that, but just forget about it, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Playing a little too fast, basically. Just
Exactly.
Speeding up.
Well, the thing with starting with Priest is good is because there's so many hunters, and Priest actually does decent against hunters. So, I guess it's kind of unlucky that he faced the Druid.
Yeah, and GAARA, well, that's what he did in this first series as well. GAARA played his Druid. He feels really confident against pretty much all matchups.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're going to see what TOONKING is going to bring back. All right, we're just motioning to the admins to let them know the game
Yeah.
can start.
Yeah. Hopefully they realize that we're pointing to them so they can tell the players to start the game.
There we go.
Okay then.
All right, there you go.
Oh, okay. That's an adventure.
Yeah.
Oh man,
It's been a long day, though, really.
it's been a long
Shaman.
day, but it's been a fun day, and
Yeah, there's a lot of exciting games.
we're starting to see some of the storylines develop.
Mm-hmm.
And GAARA is a very important one because, for these tournaments, and I'm going to speak kind of candidly, Amaz, for people like you, for like Reynad, and even Savage, like life will go on and stuff. But for a lot of players, they feel like this is a make or break tournament, an opportunity to get their name
Yeah,
out
man,
there.
yeah.
Well-
GAARA's kind of like trying to use this opportunity to
Yeah.
establish legitimacy as a player, trying to get his name out there. Because he's right now, he has a good stream, but he doesn't have as much popularity as some of you guys.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
There's also the fact that because it is Romania, they're looking for the Romanian hero, and Gypsy's gonna be pretty hard to beat.
Oh wow. Okay.
I don't know. He's been forever immortalized.
Oh,
so.
he just kept all 4 cards, double innervate.
Against Shaman, well, Innervate's just such a good card to keep. Almost whatever
Mhm.
you draw, you can almost play it if you have double Innervate and a coin.
Mm-hmm.
Sick.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's one
right.
of the best.
So I
cards to
guess
get
he's just
wasted.
gonna go
Wow.
first. He says, "I want to
Yeah.
go first."
Mhm.
The thing with this, like I've played a deck with all of these cards,
Right.
and the problem is when you get a hand like this and you don't draw into the cards that draw more cards,
Right.
Right.
Exactly.
You're in
You actually
real
spend
trouble.
everything.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
like you have nothing.
That's actually kind of one of the dangers and criticisms.
Problem solved.
Oh, there you go. Hey. Self-fulfilling prophecy.
I was gonna say that's one of the biggest criticisms against Ram Druid. They're like, "Oh well,
Oh,
what
no.
happens if you spend everything?" But
Oh yeah, you can do it now.
Yeah,
You can
do it
double
now. Yeah,
innervate
of course,
lore.
Of course. Yeah.
awesome,
Yeah.
man! Turn 3, Ancient of Lore.
Yeah. It's basically like Mukla, except the opponent does not get bananas.
Yeah, I guess.
Sure.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
That is one way to make an
To see
analogy.
it, yeah.
And good luck dealing with this.
That is annoying. A 5/5. Wow.
We can't remove it. And I guess, Feral Spirits or Totem.
No, Feral Spirit is good.
It's
You
not
lose
bad.
1 and then you
Right,
Rock
yeah.
Biter next turn.
Mhm.
That's the play.
Well, yeah. For lack of another play, really.
I don't think it's that
Feral
bad.
Spirits on turn 3 is usually the best time to use it.
I mean,
yeah,
you're
right,
losing
yeah.
you're losing like 1.5 cards or 2 cards. You might as well lose 1.5 cards.
Exactly.
Yeah, GAARA can just wrath it down.
Yep,
He
Wrath
also
is
has a nice Nourish to even keep up that draw like you were talking about.
Yeah,
making sure.
he has been getting the cards he needed to supplement that
Mhm.
opener hand.
All right. But this is still a really good.
That's what he needed earlier.
Yeah. No, it's okay. It's you don't want to use it too early. That's for sure.
Okay. And he sacrifices the totem. I'm not
Yep.
sure I like that too much.
I don't like that too much either. But yeah, I mean, this is definitely gonna be a long game, so health doesn't really matter.
I think I drew the claw here against an open board and a shaman.
Mm-hmm.
That seems pretty safe. It's gonna be big minion after big minion for the druid, really.
How
think
do
you
you
might
answer
hex
this
here.
as shaman? Yeah. Hexing, you feel like against a ramp druid is sometimes you don't want to use it on
Yeah.
something like that, but at the same time, shamans are so board position dominant that it can be a little bit too late by the time he actually uses the hex on a good target.
Well, if he hexes now, he can drop the mana tide, and the mana tide can, you know, well, in his view, like live for a while.
Yeah. Assuming he
that's
doesn't
pretty
have
good.
swipe or something like that.
Exactly, and using a swipe on the mana tide is usually preferable.
Actually, yeah, it's great. You just basically cycle it out, absorb this swipe, and
Yeah.
you
it's
draw a
pretty
card.
nice.
It pays for itself. But he doesn't have the mana, unfortunately, to do those things. He
Oh,
only
yeah,
has
yeah.
5, so he only can hex and drop a totem. I feel like if he drops the Yeti, based off what he's seen from GAARA, he's seen something like a Starfall. He can just ask him to get punished pretty hard.
I guess there's not a lot of choices you can do if you can't do the hex mana
I
tide.
think the Yeti, yeah, Yeti followed up by a storm. Not terrific though.
Alright, turn 6 draw for GAARA, gets the swipe.
There is a play here that is interesting. You can nourish for mana to Cenarius next turn.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
that's pretty.
And
That's
you
pretty
can still
badass.
you can still use your hero powers,
Yeah.
which is pretty nice.
But I mean, maybe you value the cards better, because every turn I mean, if he draws more cards every turn, he should be able to drop a big threat anyway.
I
Right,
believe that's
exactly,
what he's
yeah.
thinking about actually.
That's true. There's a lot of easy Ancient of Wars to draw.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I think either could be right. I'm just saying that if you draw 3 cards, you also have potential to draw threats that just keep throwing down anyways. So rather than making yourself lose out of steam possibly with like Hex and Storm,
Mm-hmm.
maybe at least increase your potency that way. Do you guys hear game sounds, by the way?
I don't because my headset is not on.
Not really,
No.
no.
Ah, okay.
Oh wow,
Thank you. That's very helpful.
that's much better.
All right, so he chooses to put the Sunwalker down
Mm-hmm.
instead of using his Nourish.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
more standard play, I guess.
It's just, you know, it's more tempting. It
Right.
fits the mana curve. Nourish is always good any point in the late game
Mm-hmm.
because you just draw more cards.
Earthshock is a pretty good draw. If you can get like a spell damage totem.
Yeah, roll a spell damage. You still have 3 mana. I mean, if he rolls a spell damage, he can
Actually,
actually even combo that.
Because spell damage.
Yeah.
See what he
actually you
gets.
can- no.
Well, now his plays get substantially worse.
You really don't want to spend the hex on something, you know, relatively small in a sense.
Yeah, but the Sunwalker isn't exactly small anymore.
Not really on this board.
It isn't, but against a Ramp Druid, again, you feel like you have to be more conservative. with
Right.
it. Like, it's much better to use against, like, the Rag or, you know, use Sarah.
I think attacking the Druid Lightning Storm is fine, because both the Yeti and the Totem are at 1, and I don't think you'll burn a swipe, so you can get the Sunwalker to 4 with the Totem, and then you can finish it off with the Argent Commander. Oh no, wait, you can't, because Lightning Storm overloads you for 2, you only have 5.
Yeah.
Okay, he's screwed.
Wow.
Yeah, if he had that spell power totem, he actually had a chance to clear board if he was able to.
No, he didn't
use-
have it. It was certain that he cleared the board, because the Earthshock and the Lightning Storm would both be buffed. It would be certain that he cleared the board.
Oh, you're right.
I mean, he really wants the hex here. He could just Earthshock the Sunwalker, kill it with the Yeti, and then hex the bear, but he doesn't really want to spend the hex on.
Yeah, I think Crip made the best suggestion as well. Like, because anyway, Druid only improves its board position from this point on, and if you put something like an Ancient of Lore down, it's just going to become increasingly more difficult to deal with stuff, and you have to try to get through these taunts. And you know, not to really like go back in history and try to figure out, but again, he used that spell power totem earlier on to trade. So imagine if he just kept it around.
So he did do the thing.
All right. Not too bad, but the swipe takes care of the Yeti now. Do you swipe here?
It would be the most, you know, standard play, I guess. Anything? No, I don't see any. 5. No, not really.
Yeah, swipe just is like a way. It still puts pressure on Shaman while dealing with his board. So again, it's
as long as you have a board,
yeah.
against the Shaman, it's fine.
Well, you're gonna lose that with the commander here.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but I just don't think he feels threatened whatsoever. Like by now, like you would like to be using your Argent Commander and your Fire Elemental to adjust the board while being able to push damage and just slowly take over with really value stuff like Fire Elemental and your Lightning Bolts.
Yep. Yeah, the other plays are pretty bad, so Argent Commander there, and then that Argent Commander is going to die, unfortunately,
to the Keeper.
Yeah, so this is really important for Tomb King.
Yep.
And then, but that plays straight, just like you said, Amos, into the Keeper.
Do you just taunt here for fun?
Well, I did use 1 Hex and an Earth Shock.
Well, yeah,
and
usually you want to use Mark the Wild to turn you attack or turn you faceless, right? But
right, but at the same time,
you're mana capped right now. You're really gonna scenarios next turn.
Yeah,
you're gonna mana capped for 2 turns.
Like if he takes another form of removal away from him, then just scenarios becomes that much scarier, as well as any other cards he draws with Nourish and or the top of his deck. So I think it's overall a pretty solid option. So he has no way to actually well, I guess he does, but
I think you totem here. If you get a taunt, you drop like Mana Tide.
Yeah.
And then the elemental.
He needs more options, and you know he already spent so many of his spells getting rid of stuff. His Gadgetzan's not very powerful right now. I think
You think Mana Tide, Unbound, X?
well,
it's basically just cycling out the Mana Tide then.
yeah,
Yeah, but
you probably
you're
need
in
to
a
play
bad
the Mana
spot.
Tide, huh? But you can't kill the.
You just need more
Keeper.
options.
Yeah.
You're not gonna get him when the Druid's on 9 mana.
I mean, you're trying to find some more, you know, 1-cost stuff to remove the board and to draw more.
Yeah, that's definitely a
So
good
right now
point.
the auctioneer is like doing nothing.
Yeah, it's a very painful turn, but it puts a 3/5 on the board and it kind of puts like a taunt, basically taunt totem.
TOONKING has suffered a lot actually.
Yeah,
last
he's
like
like
6 turns have sucked. No taunt.
Nope.
Is he going for Mana Tide or Stormforge?
Really, Mana Tide's here, you know, his Unbound might live. And then he can, you know,
Well,
power it up.
Either way,
Yeah, it's
kind of unideal.
still not exciting.
Yeah, I mean, it still can get dealt with pretty easily.
Right.
So TOONKING is just in a pretty bad spot. And meanwhile, GAARA is just getting warmed up, as he has some of his best yet to come.
Oh, there's one of them.
There we go.
Man, these ramp druids just have so many taunts, and it's great, and that's what they're really useful for anti-aggro, and of course because they have so many threats, they're good against control as well.
Lightning Bolt's good, but a Hex would have been a little better.
Yep.
Well, he has Lightning Bolt and he has the Gadget Sand, but he doesn't have a lot of mana to play with after that. So it's unfortunate that he can't fit all of these things in.
We've seen this from GAARA in our first game where it's just Ancient of War after Ancient of War.
Yep.
It turns out it's pretty hard to deal with.
It is, yeah.
15 stats are hard to overcome, man.
Yeah, when you gain 30 health worth of taunts, and, you know, they do 5 damage when you hit them. It's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, the meta... Before the meta, people ran Black Knight all over the place. And, you know, now it's starting to, like, be Hunters and Zoo, so there's no more Black Knights anymore. Those are very good.
Oh, wow. Ooze. Very techy card. I guess maybe he runs
Might
that
get
in
a
case
taunt
he
totem.
hits like the Warriors or Hunters. Well, TOONKING's in a pretty poor spot. He hasn't really improved too much of his board's position. That Gadget Sand's as good as dead.
Oh, look. Bigger card.
Wow.
This looks fun.
Oh
Maybe I'll
my
play this
goodness.
deck.
Yeah, so even if he has a BGH, he still has to deal with another 7-11 taunt.
7/7.
7/7/7.
Or 7-11. Yep, you're
Wow.
right. 7-7.
It's just too much.
Second Lightning Storm doesn't help. He has to roll high with like a spell power totem.
No, it just has to roll average. One
Yeah.
high, one low, hit with the axe, and drop the mana tide.
Wow, hitting with the axe is taking 7 damage. That's a lot of damage.
You're taking 7 anyway.
Well, that's true, but you're taking 7 more. I mean,
No,
the
you're
best
taking
thing is
7
if you
anyway.
roll the spell power totem, then the 7 dies.
Yeah.
I guess you have to totem first.
No. You have to mana tide. If mana tide is the only card on the board, and it survives more than like the next turn, and you get like taunts and stuff, I think you'll be fine. He rolled one high one.
Yep,
Good
one high
enough.
one's enough.
Good enough.
Yep.
This is exactly what I would have done. And, you know, no surprise, it still sucks.
Well, he thinks the game's over. Doesn't matter what card he drew. What did he draw?
Well, GAARA gets 4 draws here, so 5 actually.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Oh, no.
Okay. I guess he doesn't care to end the game. I would have nourished there for sure.
Well, I mean,
I mean, I think he's just he's really far ahead
Right.
to the point where it
doesn't have to
actually
take any
really
risks,
matter.
huh?
You know, so he's able to just do that.
Hmm.
And yeah, I think just TOONKING's out of options.
I don't know, I feel Earth Elemental would have given him another turn at least.
Oh, don't play the totems. All right, so TOONKING kind of already resigning himself.
That's a wrap.
Leaning
so
back, hunching over. GAARA's
Yep.
played an immaculate series basically, and has advanced to the round of what is it, 32?
16.
Round of 16.
We're on the that's right.
Very impressive.
Oh, we are on the 3. The 3rd round we're in?
All right.
That's nice, okay. Well, let's have the tradition look at the players. Oh, they're both pretty happy. How about that?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think TOONKING's
that's
pretty
nice.
happy. If he's really been playing for 1 month, then he's gotten round 3. Not bad. It's only the start.
He did make some misplays with the Priest, but you can't say he really had an easy time in this matchup. I mean, with
Yeah,
the
that's
Priest, there's
true.
many difficult turns, and with the Shaman, it was as if he was like trying to get up from the floor every turn.
Yeah, well, he just
Right.
basically had to respond to GAARA ever since the beginning, other than
Yeah.
the wild growth.
Yeah.
Like innervate Ancient of Lore. That's hard for anybody to deal with, let
That's
alone
true.
you know.
Well, it's good to see
It's good to see
both
Priest
of them
though.
being pretty happy in the
You
end.
know.
Though probably GAARA's a little bit more satisfied.
Yep.
Well, again, it's an important win. It's an important time to prove everybody what their skills are in Hearthstone. I think we're going to try to talk to GAARA maybe quickly for an interview
Oh,
before we
sure.
go into our next series.
Yeah, why not?
I guess you guys can.
Do you want to
interfere,
talk to him, or do you?
You want to talk to him?
No, it's okay. You guys can go ahead.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, come
Well,
on up.
thank you, Amos, for hanging out with us on the stream.
Yeah,
Well met,
welcome
GAARA.
back.
Thanks.
So you're the first player to advance to the round of how many?
16.
16.
Finally.
Oh man, one more win and you get money.
Wow.
You like money?
Yeah.
Wow.
I like money too.
Money is awesome.
Oh, okay. What do you do with money?
We have a lot in common.
Sometimes I spend it.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Do you spend money?
From time to time.
Okay.
I'm not really hardcore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually don't spend money.
You don't?
No.
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 By your own frugality, or by, like, you know, upbringing and kind of like culture.
Nah.
You get your OJ for free.
Yeah, actually.
All right.
Well.
So GAARA, talk to us.
Oh, congratulations.
Or maybe not.
Is it
talk to
mom?
us. No, Crip. It's your mom.
Ray.
Oh, wow.
Reyna.
Oh. Oh yeah, it's true. You're on the new team. What is it
Yep.
again?
Tempo Storm.
Tempo Storm. Oh.
Yep.
You and Reynad,
Tides.
you guys are both doing very, very well in this tournament. I think as far as team goes, you guys are on top.
Yeah.
You guys have done well.
Tempo
In
Storm.
fact, 2 out of 2 player, 100% of the Tempo Storm has not lost yet. So you guys are doing pretty good. You know, talk to us a little bit about, you know, how you guys are doing here. Like, you know, I see you and Reynad talking a lot between series. Are you guys offering each other tips, or just kind of keeping your minds clear, talking about games?
No, yeah, we discuss about the games we played, and if the other player would have done anything different, and which decks we would play against which opponents, like stuff like that.
Do you feel like looking back at your own series, even though it didn't really feel like you were really challenged, did you feel like you made any misplays, or you could have done something differently that might have been better?
Yeah, in the one game I played offline, well, I won 2-0, but I did one mistake. But yeah, I still won in the end. So yeah.
That's fine.
I got a question. If you match up against Reynad, is there an agreement for either one of you to throw the game?
Or split the pot?
Top secret.
Top secret.
No,
Oh.
I think we will just. I really wonder. No, I have no clue.
Okay.
I have no clue.
Well, be careful where you step. Congratulations, GAARA. You played a really good series, and now you're in the round 16. One more round until the money, where you're going to land. I think it's 500, right, for top 8?
Yeah, top
and then
8 is
1,000
500.
and then 2,000 and 4K.
Yeah.
And wait.
All right, so you're doing it one step at a time. Hopefully we'll see you back.
Okay.
Meanwhile, we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, Reynad will be back for another series to see if he can get his chance at round 16. I'm just kidding. I got waved no twice. What's happening? Oh, Amaz. Amaz is playing. All right.
Okay.
We'll see if he can walk the walk, because he was just talking about GAARA and how he plays. We'll see if Amaz can keep it up as well. We'll be right back.